trading at its best.
So welcome to this week's Forex Weekly webinar training. We've got some new stuff we're going to be teaching you about today, and so I think you're really going to love it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the topic for the day, Money Management Mirror. So I'm going to be teaching you what is a mirror and how does it work. And I'm also going to show you how to set up a mirror on the Informer trading tool. This is a new feature we recently added, and I thought it'd be good to get in here and teach you guys how to use it and how mirrors and money management kind of works with it. And then, of course, we'll have our Q&A that we break out into a separate recording. We do record all these, and we put them on our blog. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Let's go ahead and jump right in. What is a mirror, and how does it work? I've got this little example here for you to kind of give you a nice visual of how a mirror works. A mirror is basically a tool that will copy trades from one account to another, or from one account to multiple accounts. And the reason we like to do that is because we can use an account as a signal account, and then on our we're calling these other accounts slaves. Those accounts can use their own money management. So that's why I said we're calling it Money Management Mirror. We're taking one account that we call the master account, and we're copying the trades that it places to multiple slave accounts. Okay, so typically our master is going to be where we normally place our trades. It might be you have a robot running on that account. You could have an account manager trading it. It could be your own manual trades that maybe you're not doing so great, or you want a way to improve it. You leave that account the way you're trading right now, the way it is. You call that a master. But like I say, I suggest you turn that into a demo, because it's obviously not using a very good money management system, more than likely. And then what you do is you create these slave accounts. Okay, and the slave accounts are going to be your live accounts, or while you're testing, it could be your demo, some more demo accounts. But these can be at other brokerages. So like I've showed you, I might have a FinFX master account, but then I've got an FXCM slave account, I've got a TollinX account, and I've got a FinFX account as well. So all these three accounts are going to do is whenever the master takes a trade, it's telling these slaves to get into that same trade. Now, where we bring money management in is we say, hey, if the master's not doing so great, let's try and figure out how we can decrease our lot size. Or if the master's doing really well, let's increase our lot size. So that's why we break them out into separate accounts, and we just copy the signal. So that way the master nothing has changed there. The master will keep trading the way it is. Okay, so let's give you an example here. Let's say your master gets into the euro dollar with a half a lot. Okay, if the master gets into a half a lot euro dollar sell trade, what's going to happen is the moment that it executes that trade, the mirror is going to copy it to each of these accounts. And you'll notice, though, the lot size is going to be different according to the money management that you select in the tool. So you've got a sell trade on this one of 0.6 lots. This one went to 1.5 lots, and this one went to 1.0 lots. And that will be determined based on the balance and like I say, the risk options that you set. And we'll take a look at those here in a minute. So it's pretty straightforward. Master trades, slaves trade. They copy the same trade. Master, when it closes a trade, let's say the master took 50 pip profit. $250 profit, that would be on a half a lot. So what's the slaves going to do? Each of them are going to close the trade at the same time, and they'll realize their profits. Now look at this, however. Because we were able to use our own money management and increase the lots in this case, we were able to make more money on these accounts. This one made $300, $750, and $500 for this example. So it's pretty straightforward. You change your lot size at the right times. Even if your master is losing money, if you can invert the trade or just trade really conservative at that time, this is going to be a huge improvement in your trading. So let's look at another example of how a mirror can improve a loss. So same setup, but we're going to say this time the master sold with only a half a lot. Okay, now let's say you've got each of these slaves takes their trades, and it recognized that you maybe were in a losing period on the master, so it decided to decrease the lots for each of these accounts. So you can see this one over here did a 0.2 lots, this one did 0.1 and 0.05. Okay, well now if this trade loses on your master 60 pips in this example, that'd be a $300 loss. Where each of these slaves, because they determined a smaller lot size for that trade, they lose less money. $120 loss, $60 loss, and $30 loss. All of them traded the exact same trade with the same pip loss, same exact trade, but they lost less money. So the idea with the mirror and applying money management is to try and determine the best times to be increasing your lots and the best times to be decreasing the lot size. And something that I'll talk about here in a minute that I built into our mirror tool is a way to determine when to reverse the trade. So for example, these trades could have actually been buy trades and made money when the master lost. I found a way to do just like what the brokers do. They trade against you, but I found a way to do it where you actually can make money yourself doing this. So that's a really interesting concept. This is a brand new feature that we are releasing in the Informer tool, and you can see it's not complicated when I kind of draw it up for you like this. It's very straightforward. Master account, you could just have one slave or a couple slaves, and it will copy from the master, which we're hoping is a demo. Set up a demo and just let it lose, and then let your slave accounts make money because they're using better money management. Okay, now let's talk about how to set up a mirror on the Informer tool. Okay, there's only 3 steps. First step is you're going to click the Accounts tab, and you're going to click on Add or Edit Account, right-click, and select Add New. Or there's a link on that window that will say Add Account. Okay, so the first step is just adding your accounts. So first you're going to add your master account. And once you've added that, you'll add your slave accounts. Pretty straightforward. Add your accounts, add the details. I'll walk through this example with you here in a minute. Add your accounts, and then the last step is for each slave account that you add, all you need to do is set the mirror drop-down to the master's account. And then you just select your risk option for that slave. Pretty easy to set up. Okay, so let's try this together. Let me bring up the Informer tool. And don't worry if you don't have this tool downloaded yet. If this is new to you, I will give you a link here in just a second. But here's how it works. When you get the tool downloaded, you'll have several tabs along the top. All you got to do is click on the Accounts tab like I've done here. And then there's that Add or Edit Account. And then you can see I've already added several accounts in here, but yours will be blank, so just right-click and click Add New. Or click Add Account down at the bottom. Either way, that will bring up the new account form. And it's as simple as selecting your broker from the list. And if your broker is not listed for some reason, just jump in and shoot us an email. support@TradeWestForex.com. Let us know the broker name and we can get it added. We're constantly adding more and more brokers. We've got a pretty big list on there already. And then you set your server name. You'll create a nickname for the account, whatever you want to put in for it there, account number and password. So once you add an account, click Log In. And remember that you'll do your master first. So for master, you don't do anything for mirror and mirror risk tolerance. If you're adding a master account, you just hit Log In and hit Save. Okay, then you'll add your slave the same way. And the difference is you're going to set the mirror to the master account that you just set up. So let's show you here. Once you add those accounts, they will show up in this table. So all you've got to do is set, let's say I've got down here my FinFX Master 1. So any of these other accounts that I want to set up to copy trades from that master, I just go into that mirror column and choose Master 1. It says, are you sure you want to set it? Yes. And I can do that for all of these accounts or a few of them or whatever I want to do. And then I just set my risk options. So there's low, medium, and high. Those are, if you don't want to deal with trying to figure out how it all works, just select one of those. Low means go more conservative than your master. Mediums go the same, and highs go more aggressive. If you want more control than that, you can click Custom, and I've already done it on this, but we'll try it again. Custom, and you've got a few options in here, and we've got a few more we're adding, but you've got Risk Hero, and you've got Signal Lot Size Multiplier. Okay, so you'll go in here and set up the risk options. if you want to go into these advanced settings, I'm actually going to do a training on that next week, teaching you about the risk options, because we've actually got a few more coming that we're going to be adding, and we're going to have a lesson to teach you about how those work and how they can improve your trading. So, as you can see, mirror trading is not difficult when you have a tool that makes it easy. And so this one's very simple to grab your master account from the column, set your risk, and you're done. Hit OK. Platform runs, it copies trades, just like I showed you in those examples. Okay, so let's see here. Like I say, next week I'm going to teach you about the risk options, and one of them is Risk Hero. And so take a look at this. The idea with Risk Hero is this blue line represents your master account that you normally would be trading and potentially losing money with. Risk Hero has the ability to determine when you're not doing well and to decrease your lots like it did in this period right there. It decreases your lot sizes so you don't lose as much money. And if you're really not doing well, it might even flip the trades, invert the trades like it started doing here. And that's what's going to be able to turn a losing system into a winning system. And we've got another example. Here's another one where immediately it took off into a loss, into a drawdown, and Risk Hero up here recognized that and turned it around and made money by flipping the trades. And then you can see towards the end, it followed the master. It recognized that the master was getting back on track, and it started following this trade side by side again. But this will be a lesson for next week. I just wanted to get your feet wet with the mirror so you can get the tool downloaded and set that up and get familiar with it. And then we'll introduce these advanced money management techniques that are all built into the tool. So if you don't have the tool downloaded, it's a free trading tool. It has a lot of other features that we haven't talked about today, but I've had a lot of other trainings on market sentiment where it teaches you how to locate true support and resistance. News alerts, so you never get caught in those unexpected events. You've got trade execution. You can instantly trade and manage multiple accounts. And there's all kinds of money management features built into it, such as this one we just kind of talked about, Risk Hero, where you can turn losing systems into winners. So you can download in the Informer tool. It's at TradeWestForex.com/Informer. I'll go ahead and post that here in the chat as well, and that way you can just click the link and get that downloaded if you haven't already. So there's that. So we're going to go ahead and go into the Q&A. Hopefully you guys can see the potential behind a mirror, just changing money management and how much that can do for you. So take that little bit of time to get it set up and try it out. And I know a lot of times people think it's all about strategy, your entry and exits, but some people just totally forget that your lot size is just as important, and sometimes just changing that alone can turn you into a profitable trader. So go ahead and get it downloaded, and I hope you enjoyed this training.